So hi, I'm Mike Allan. I'm the CTO of Exterity. We're here at ISE this year to show off a number of new products that we have, or new features that we have. I think one of the most important things we've introduced at this show is our enhanced HDCP functionality on our encoder and receiver products. As you all know, content protection is becoming an increasingly important capability. Broadcasters are beginning to demand that your content is protected on your network, and in fact in some cases you simply can't transmit the content without that level of protection being in there. HDCP is the de facto standard for protecting content from the endpoint to the display, and traditionally that's restricted the content from going over an IP network. So Exterit has embraced the recent HDCP v2.2 technology introduced by DCP, and implemented that protocol stack in both its encoder and receiver product. So now with an Exterity encoders and Exterity receivers, you can take your set-top box, you can take your Blu-ray player with an HDCP protected output, encode that content and stream that across your IP network all the way to the endpoint, secure in the knowledge that your content has been protected using HDCP from end to end in a compliant solution. The other new introductions that we have with us today is the introduction of a video wall, so you can see behind us. Through extremely well synchronized IP set-top boxes, you can create extremely low-cost video wall. So instead of a quite expensive custom bespoke video wall solution, we have 9 set-top boxes here, all collaborating together, each showing a ninth of a single stream. And the net result of that, as you can see, the video wall functionality behind you, delivered over an IPTV network through collaboration of IP set-top boxes, not through dedicated IP video wall technology. So these are very much standard Samsung televisions being used to deliver a video wall, which of course you can then choose to show individual channels on each of the individual TVs the minute you decide you no longer want to have these 9 interlinked displays. The level of synchronization that's available in the receivers is also extremely useful in common areas where you're going to be showing the same channel. You'll see no delay between each of the set-top boxes, ensuring that people in big public areas will get a coherent display of any channel that's being transmitted. The third in quite a long line of new product introductions at ISE this year, I'm going to talk next about our multi-viewer application. The multi-viewer is an application which will allow you to see 2, 3, 4, 5 and more channels all in one display. As a web-based application running on your PC, the ability to have a series of tiles in any random layout, let's say 9 tiles of SD and HD content mixed, so you can get some sort of comfort that all the channels in your network are playing reliably. So if you imagine a PC screen with 9 individual tiles, 9 separate channels, each one controllable and configurable on your desktop, then if you're administrating your IPTV network, or you simply are a trader on the floor and you have a lot of TV to keep an eye on, a lot of news channels to keep an eye on, then the multi-viewer is the ideal application for you. Each one of the tiles inside the multi-view has its own individual controls, allowing you to select channels, change the channel, initiate a recording, pause a channel, so you can have full control. It's also perfectly feasible if you want to restrict somebody from having that level of flexibility, to simply set it up to play a set of fixed channels for monitoring purposes only. Your more power users, you may well want to let them have that individual control of channel selection, record, playback, pause on live TV. I'd also like to introduce the most recent enhancement to the VIDIA server, the RTO portal. The RTO portal provides a consistent user interface for your set-top boxes, your PCs and your Mac clients. It's a highly configurable interface. It's got a sophisticated back end which will allow any user to change the colors, the fonts, the logos, the applications, even the content that can be accessed. The configurability of the product would allow you to configure either a different look and feel for a department, a different look and feel for a different company, a different look and feel, in fact, for any individual user. The portal can support any number of different individual portals at any one point in time. And this does mean that you could literally have a different color scheme, a different look, a different feel for every individual within your organization. Now naturally the normal application is probably going to be to have a consistent look and feel for your corporate customer or for your hospitality customer. You could maybe even consider subdividing that down into a different look and feel on a per department basis. I guess a typical example of where you may find an individual portal being used is for the managing director. The managing director may have a unique set of content that he wants to get access to. He may want a unique look and feel to the portal that he's got and he's using on his desktop or maybe using on his set-top box, and that can be easily done. And that model can be replicated throughout the organization, whatever level of granularity that you're looking for. So a web-based interface on your set-top box, nothing new in that. At RTO Portal, what's new is the level of configurability, the ease of configurability, which will make it a simple task for you to satisfy the end customer's needs.